Hi, Analisa Six here with the Sober Curator and the Lady of Leisure to bring you the October 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Pisces for sun and rising placements. Hi, Pisces. I apologize that I'm getting these videos out late. It's already the middle of October and I just could not get it together. I couldn't do it. But here I am now, and we're going to go ahead and just talk about October and how it's impacting us. So we start out every October in Libra season, which is the cardinal air sign of the zodiac that is the entry into fall. And if we think about fall, fall is, kind of the descent into death, which is winter. All the leaves are, turning. It's such a beautiful time of year. Autumn is one of my favorite times of year, but it's also as exciting and good as it can feel. It also can feel like a death, like we're kind of moving out of the life of summer and spring and moving into the death of all the plants and everything. And so I think for me, fall is always kind of this weird, like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. I love all these vibes, these feelings, pumpkin spice lattes, all this spooky season, basic bitch stuff. But I also feel that like kind of like seasonal grief energy where things are ending or things are changing. We're entering that kind of down cycle. So those are kind of things that happen, during Libra season and what we're kind of starting to feel in the ether. And the area of the chart that this is hitting for the Pisces horoscope is the eighth house. And the eighth house is the house that Scorpio traditionally rules. So it is the house that rules death. It also rules our sexuality. It rules marriage and institutions around shared resources like assets, taxes, inheritance, things like that. It's also the house that rules the occult. And so with the sun here, all of that stuff is highlighted in the Pisces horoscope. We also start out the month with Mercury here, and Mercury is the planet of communication and how we perceive things and think about things. And so that's also influencing kind of how we're, feeling and thinking about things over the beginning of October. So everything that I mentioned in that eighth house is a theme and stuff that we're sorting out in the Pisces horoscope. The other energy that we enter this October with is Venus in Scorpio, and Venus is passing through the ninth house in this horoscope chart in Scorpio. So the ninth house is the house that has a relationship to higher education and learning, like college or any kind of trade schools. It also has to do with long distance travel and the pursuit of knowledge or freedom through learning in other countries, through other cultures, or anywhere that's not familiar to us. It's also the area that rules publishing, the law and lawyers, that kind of thing. And then also religion and theology beliefs. It has a lot to do with our connection to spirit and how we're seeking deeper wisdom and truth. Astrology and metaphysical studies live here, psychology, philosophy, all those themes are here. So with Venus passing through here, we feel drawn to this area. We could also feel drawn to relationships with other people that are around these themes because it's Venus, Venus rules relationships. And that's making a trine to Saturn here in the first house. Saturn's in Pisces right now, influencing your first house. And it's also making a trine to Mars, which Mars is in Cancer, and that's happening in the fifth house, which is the house that has to do with self-expression and creativity. So one of the big themes that Pisces is going through is a rebirth of self and kind of trying to find a new version of self through seeking maybe some deeper spiritual experiences or even educational experiences. There's a maybe artistic element, a creative element that's happening that's really elevated through October. So being artistic and creative, musical, and even pursuing some kind of education is all really supported for Pisces right now. Some of the things that we still have going on that we've had for a while is Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto in Capricorn. I don't cover the outer planets super in depth in the horoscopes, but I do talk about them in the monthly astrology forecast. So if you want a bigger breakdown, deeper breakdown on the individual transits of the month, you can watch the October astrology forecast at the top of this playlist. All right, so we're going to just kind of talk about the major themes of the month. So October 2nd, we had a solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Libra, and this was happening in the eighth house for the Pisces horoscope. Now, again, that eighth house represents sex, death, rebirth, shared assets, marriage, institutions around money, inheritance. And solar eclipses are a time where there's a new beginning of sorts happening, and a big portal of energy is shifting and opening up for us in the next few months. So all of these themes are kind of at play for you in terms of a new wave of energy kind of opening and pushing you into new territory around that stuff. After the eclipse, we have another big shift where Jupiter stations retrograde at 21 degrees of Gemini on the 9th. And the area of the chart that this is hitting for you has to do with your home and family. And retrogrades are always a period of reflect, review, reassess. You've already had Jupiter here for quite a while that's pushing you into new territory and growth around ancestral lineage, family, home life. And here, there's just more of a reflect review around that growth that you're experiencing. And that's going to be going through until February. After that, we have Pluto stationing direct at 29 degrees Capricorn on the 12th. This is happening in the 11th house. You've had Pluto going through your 11th house for quite some time, years. I'm not going to talk about it. If you want more about Pluto, you can watch the astrology forecast video. After that, the next big shift of energy is going to be Mercury leaving Libra and entering Scorpio on the 14th. Now, Mercury entering Scorpio is going to be entering that 9th house again, where Venus has been, and it's enhancing that wanderlust energy, the desire for travel, the desire for maybe spiritual and religious seeking, other cultures. Maybe we're looking into education in a different way. Maybe there's a educational program that you want to take in some way, but either way, there's an expansion or a need to grow beyond where you've been whenever we're going through a 9th house transit. And then after that, we have a full moon hitting on October 17th at 24 degrees of Aries. And this is going to be happening in your house of finances. So in the second house, your second house is getting highlighted when it comes to your relationship to material security, self-worth, and then how you manage your money. Full moons are a time of releasing and letting go of things. So if you're the kind of person that has any kind of poverty mindset or mentality, or you have any kind of issues with money that you feel like you're at your wit's end, you're like, I just need to move into this new territory. This full moon is an opportunity for you to heal some stuff around money and also let go of any trauma or unhealed wounds when it comes to your finances. So this is a powerful time for releasing any stagnant energy around your relationship to material security, self-worth, and money, and kind of maybe figuring out some new ways of looking at it or dealing with it. The next shift is going to be Venus entering Sagittarius shortly after that on the 18th. Venus is going to be moving into your house of career. And so Venus in the career house is really auspicious. This is a great time for asking for a promotion or a raise. If you're shifting into a different career, this can be really positive for you. It brings a lot of good fortune to your public image and your public life and the work that you're doing in the world. And then after that, we enter Scorpio season, which starts on October 22nd. So the sun is going to be moving into that 9th house territory again. So it's going to be, highlighting all of those themes: the long distance travel, higher education, spiritual, religious pursuits, publishing. Just all of those themes get highlighted with the sun here for the remainder of October. All right, Pisces, that's it. Those are your themes. You've got a lot happening around shared resources, money. Really, this is a big time for spiritual seeking and creativity for you, and also your career and your work that you're doing. I'm ending all of these horoscopes with a tarot card, and I'm using the new Rockstar Tarot deck by Mary De Lorenzo Woods that just came out last month. I am in love with this tarot deck. Every card is a different musician or band, and I just love the artwork and the book that she wrote, and how she has really done a wonderful job of making tarot and music go together so well. All right, this is going to be your card. We have the Ace of Cups. This is a really great card for the water trine that is happening. Hey, you guys, come here. It's okay. Come up here. Cosmo, leave it. Come here. Yes. It's okay. It's okay. My dogs need attention. I need to take them out. we're going to talk about this card and then I'm going to go. So Ace of Cups is the gift of self-care and self-love. It's a really good card when it comes to needing to really pour into your own cup. So if you've had a lot of output for everybody else and other people, which is really common for Pisces, you're kind of a bleeding heart that just loves to give, give, give. This is guidance for you to pour back into that cup and know that part of giving is also giving to yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup, as they say. And it looks like we've got Carlos Santana on this card with a bunch of doves. It's a really beautiful image. The Ace of Cups is one of my favorite cards because it also symbolizes a renewal of the heart space and feeling like we're able to maybe fall back in love with life again, creativity again. And I really think that that's dominant with Venus in Scorpio in the 9th house, making that trine to Mars in the 5th and Saturn in the 1st. All right, Pisces, I wish you the best of luck for the coming weeks. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends. You can find me at theladyofleisure.com or thesobercurator.com. And I will see you all in November. Thank you.